When you learn that expert scientists, the smartest people in the world at any given time in the history of mankind, are always wrong about a shitload of things, when you realize this as a first principle, and they might be right about a lot of things, but they're most definitely wrong about a lot of things. And we have a ton of historical data to prove this. Here's one example. The science was settled, and the inventor of lobotomy received the Nobel Prize. Legit. They thought just like cutting people's heads open, like sticking things into their head, like cutting their brains out. This was supposed to, I'm pretty sure they like solve depression, mental disorders, things like that. Like absolutely insane. It was actually not very long after where people kind of realized that this is a joke and they stopped doing it, fell out of practice. But for a while, this was like mainstream medical dogma. This is like a breakthrough. Okay? Go back further, ancient Greece times, right? Doctors thought the body was made of these humors, different like energies. And they thought that you could, I mean, it led to thinking this because this was probably like more 1800s, 1900s even, 1700s for sure, bloodletting, where they thought you could bleed a patient to let out a certain humor or a certain whatever, I don't know, whatever the hell they thought it was to like balance out the system. And this is pretty much how George Washington died. He got a fever. Doctors came and bloodlet him to death. We know how valuable blood is. We literally, it's like, it saves lives. It's sacred. If you donate blood, you're doing a service to humanity. You're probably saving somebody's life. And doctors used to bleed it out and just like let it go in a pot and throw it away. And at this point in history right now, there is a whole lot of things that the smartest people in the world and the most studied, expert, done the most research, written the most books, whatever. There's a whole lot of things that they're blatantly wrong about that in the future will come to fruition. The truth will come out and new information will come in. And hopefully we'll update what we think, whatever. And this will be true for every single year until the end of time. So if you can't think for yourself, if you fall victim to the appeal to authority, confirmation bias nonsense, where like, oh, what's your credentials? And oh, this doctor said this. If you can't see through that and realize that that is an error of thinking, that is a logical fallacy to think that somebody's credentials means they're likely right. And if 2020 didn't convince you,